what you mean. Breaking through glass cages inside of me. Surfing and swimming in a never-ending sea. Finding missing puzzles to keep. Crack the cracking for everyone to sleep. Illusions walking and living like zombies. Allowing people to play with my mind like chess piece. Stole the key to my psyche. Now for years I just wanna hide me. Deflowered and free. Initiations with time.
What up, what up? It's your girl in here, back with another reading. This is going to be a message for Taurus season for the Leo energy. Welcome, welcome. Taurus is sitting for Leo energy. It is the MC or 10th house to Leo energy, another fixed sign, of course. So at this time, I just want to let you know, I forgot what I was going to say. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming by and listening to this message, Leo energy. This is wherever you have Leo in your chart. This is for the eclipse season and Mercury retrograde as well, kind of towards the middle and the end of Taurus season. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below if this video has resonated for you and how. As well as if you're looking for a personal reading, you can click the link tree in the description box below. Okay, so the MC or 10th house is all about the manifestation of hard work. I'm so glad that I listened and watched the Peace Daily and Pernell Bobby's video on the Moon and Aries transit for all the signs this week. If you're not watching or following them, please be sure to check them out. I'm gotta remember to find the link to their video and add it to the description. But he basically was talking about how having an Earth 10th house does mean success can come what we perceive as a bit slower than most. And having a Taurus MC or a Taurus 10th house does mean for us Leo natives that the manifestation of all our hard work does take time, but it's going to come across to everyone with that Empress energy where it's like nothing is really lightweight. No one knows, as Amber put it, the quietest revolution, that no one really knows what goes on behind the scenes. The 4th house, which I see is Scorpio, which is where the eclipses will be taking place for us for the next year and a half. So there's going to be a lot of push to get all of that Leo energy focused on the challenges of being more prosperous, being more abundant, being more generous, being more appreciative, and getting us out of the challenge of, you know, being pessimistic, being obsessed with negativity or trying to figure it out, why, you know, people don't like or dislike or hate or whatever. Just getting away from that energy and moving forward into a more healthy position when it comes to the material world, financial world. Okay, and it's not that we don't need the South Node being a Scorpio, because the South Node Scorpio is helping us clean up all of these broken beliefs that we've held due to what we didn't see in our childhood that came across as unhealthy or hurtful to us on an energetic level, but actually gave us the strength we need to boldly stand up. It's just that now we're actually washing that away and washing that off of us during 333, this transit of Scorpio being in the South Node in the 4th house or the IC, and the North Node being Taurus MC or 10th house, where we manifest all the progress that's been made. So with that being said, let's get into it. I am the High Priestess Liminiscent. I have the power to manifest my desires in alignment with my divine assignment for the greatest good of all. I say yo. Thank you, Spirit, for working with us today. What message do we have for Leo energy regarding Taurus season, eclipse season? What messages do we have for the Leo season? Leo season. Leo is always Leo season because the sun never goes away. Okay, but what messages do we have for Leos during Taurus season for the highest and greatest good of all Leo energy, whether placement or house cusp? What messages do we have for Leo energy during this eclipse season in Taurus? What energy energetic messages do we have? I think I'm supposed to stop, so I'm going to. One more shuffle, and then we're on to the next. So we're going to do Jupiter, Moon, Saturn, Sun. Okay. So first card out, what gifts do you already have to utilize? We have Mercury, Mind. Mercury will be going retrograde in Gemini, going back into Taurus. So with Mercury rules Gemini too. Mercury in Gemini retrograde is definitely Mercury Virgo. So shout out to all Mercury Virgos and all people who have Mercury retrograde natally in their chart. This is going to be a great opportunity to rework and reinvent some things. Okay, what is coming to the light, or what is going to be uncovered? We have Gemini, I think. Interesting. 2 mercurial energies back to back. So this is the reworking of the mind. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Mercury being in Gemini, going back in Taurus. This is like thinking something is over and done or complete, and life is just moving on, and then Mercury retrograde is like, okay, you get an opportunity to try this again. So you get to rethink the whole situation. Okay, so what we'll be working on, 6th house routine, more Mercury energy. Okay, a lot of mercurial trickster energy is about, and the outcomes is lunar eclipse change. Okay, so just like Virgo energy, the full moon eclipse in Scorpio that happens the 15th, 16th is going to be kind of like the fulfillment. Same too, Sagittarius, I see at the bottom, is going to be basically the fruition of all the work that has been done or is being done during these next 2 weeks moving forward. Okay, you're going to see the benefit to paying more attention, being more involved, reworking your mind, and not trying to force things to happen, or not trying to push too hard. Okay. Alrighty, so let's look at this. Your mind is the gift. Okay, your mind is the gift. Your mind is a gift. The mind's only job is to process information. Okay, you can compartmentalize, whatever word I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to say. Its job is to direct information, ideas, and things of that nature where it's supposed to go, where to store the file, and then where the file goes, and what room it's supposed to go in, and the way to get there. Like, that's Mercury's job, is to do that. Okay, so let's look at this mind. What part of your mind, what I'm trying to say is, what gift does your mind have that is being expanded on right now? What mind power is being expanded on right now? Okay, it was cards that flipped, but then they flipped back over. Yeah, okay, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so your mind is a gift, right? That's being expanded during this Taurus eclipse season. Okay, so if the gift you already have to use or grow and expand with is your mind, and then you have the Hanged One, which is all about changing perceptions and seeing things differently. This is about sacrificing. Okay, there's things that need to be sacrificed at this time that has been ruminating in your mind, that's blocking your gifts from being freed. And someone is going to come and give you a drink or tea, or they're going to come help be an influence to remove these blockages that you have. Like I was saying about the IC being a Scorpio in the 4th house, energy from the sun, or from Leo, where you've had so many transitions already during your lifetime that one drink of something, or one, and I'm looking at the word hydrate that I have. Yeah, it's like one drink of water or some type of drink of something that you take in, which water is, emotion, life force, energy, basic necessity of life. It's like once you're getting your mind to accept that basic truth will allow you to freely release all of the things that you've been holding on to that doesn't matter. This card represents sacrificing. It's also in this deck too linked to Judas Iscariot, the 12th apostle, who is known as a traitor, or betraying Jesus by giving him up for 12 pieces of silver. And in the end, he felt, guilty, or he felt ashamed for what he did, so he went to hang himself. And it's not to be taken as a literal him hanging himself. It just means that you made a decision to let go of something, and you felt negative about it because, he basically took someone and and turned someone in so they could be hurt or killed, and he knew he was not a bad person. And maybe someone had did this to you. Maybe you feel like your whole life in your mind has been about you being good to people, or you being the one to support people, and they completely sacrifice you to the world to be chopped and blocked for whatever good that they can do you for. It reminds me of like the stories where people are addicts and they give their children up in order to continue to be addicted to whatever hard drug they were on, that ends up either killing them or making them completely, dependent on it, to the point where they don't even feel anything about the choices that they made regarding that child and the life that they're going to have to live moving forward. So you may have felt like in your mind that someone sacrificed you and didn't have any regard for you, but in the end, either that person or you in the situation, now you have the ability to move forward with a new mentality where you're not the one that's being sacrificed for someone else, for the greater good of another person. Judas actually played a role in fulfilling a mission that was meant to be done in the allegory story of whom we know as Jesus Christ. He may have felt guilty or shame for what he did and, killed himself. But at the end of the day, he had to do that in order to fulfill the mission. So nothing about what he did was wrong or negative per se. He was actually fulfilling his purpose and what he was supposed to do. And once it was done, he was able to sacrifice everything else that went with that line of existence and transform himself into a new world. And that is what's taking place right now in your mental space when it comes to where you come from, how you think about family, how you reconnect with your roots, your ancestors, how you tap into what gives you comfort in your privacy, your home. Like, you're starting to completely transform your mind about things that have to do with where you grow from. Okay, 4th house is about where you come from, and then the 10th house is at the top of the chart, and that's the fruit and the leaves from the tree. Okay, so again, what's being revealed is how you think, Gemini. Okay, we got Scorpio energy here, 5 of Cups. There is a change with the number 5. Okay, and this has been a long time coming. You already knew at some point you were going to have to accept what is, and just take that and move forward. Things continue to grow. Things always are going to continue to grow. So it's time for you to take what was destined and meant for you to do and continue to move forward. Okay, this is Saturn and Taurus energy. Okay, Saturn rules the 10th house, Taurus energy. Okay, so what's being revealed to you is how you think about, again, where you come from, the type of life that you live. And having a 4th house IC, or having a Scorpio in the 4th house energy to Leo, just ultimately means that, like I was saying, behind the scenes energy, where no one really knows what it feels like to be you. No one will ever really know it, what it feels like to be the Leo in this situation or in this energy. And you see someone back here is drowning. Okay, someone in the back there is drowning. They're calling for help, but he's focused on these 3 of Cups. Okay, and then the bridge is in the back where the 2 of Cups is also visible. So you have a chance right now with this moon cycle to think about things completely different, transform how you think and how you connect your thinking and emotions together, because Gemini is about having that alignment with the mind and the heart, where you can eliminate all these different things, like feeling like you're drowning when you're really not. You're just being ask to acknowledge, like, yes, that has ended. Make peace with it. Now move on. That's just where you are. And when you decide to move on, there's so many more opportunities ahead of you. You don't have to stay fixed on what didn't work. All right. So we're looking at working on our routine, new spiritual routine, and how we can do this. Okay. There's a situation that is going to bring you to full enlightenment on what you should do and how you should do things every day. I really feel like this is like a spiritual guide or an ancestor making themselves known to you so that you're able to move forward with a real routine that's going to actually be supportive of where you are destined to go, how you're meant to handle things moving forward. Let me get one more, please. Because, yep, higher self, higher calling. Okay, boom. Yes. There's a higher, here's Jupiter and Leo right here, the 6 of Wands, victory. So yeah, there's someone who is going to present themselves, or maybe you can even call this person, this guidance system in that's been with you your entire life, or is meant to work with you right now, so you can expand how you see life moving forward. But there is the situation when it comes to your routine is that you need more enlightenment in your everyday. You need to have more affirmation, more positive statements. You need to have more water. You need to refresh yourself more often. And you need to also do that with the understanding that you're reconnecting to your nature. You're reconnecting to your roots. You're also reconnecting to the spiritual part, not just the physical part of you, but the spiritual part of you, that water, Scorpio energy, that darkness where you come from, that womb. You're reconnecting with that success. Again, Jupiter. You're reconnecting with your gifts that have been given to you, and the guidance system that is here to help you utilize that gift is also available for you. You just have to make it know. You have to tell it, speak it into existence that, you know, I'm open and ready to accept the divine guidance that was destined and guided with me throughout this time period and for in any other time periods moving forth, especially in this lifetime or all lifetimes. You know, ashe, ashe, ashe. Because we're all gifted with the ability to be successful and grow in our success, but we also want to recognize those who've been there with us, whether it's ancestors, spiritual guides, our guide, our guardian angel, all other, you know, other worldly creatures who have affinity with us. We have to also give them recognition. People who have been supportive with you are people who have sacrificed for you to continue to be successful. And it may not be and you shouldn't, that's coming to my mind too. You should not feel guilty or feel bad. Going back to this moon in Gemini, I think with the 5 of Cups, do not feel bad for people who choose to sacrifice you, or chose to sacrifice your relationship with them, or chose to sacrifice themselves for you. There's nothing for you to feel guilty about, because just like the hangman that I was saying with the Judas, the scariest story is that they were meant to do that. This is a part of their due diligence in your life, in your positioning. They're meant to do that. They are being called to do that. They agreed, just like you agreed before you were birthed, to do this. Okay? What seems like a fucked up situation for us to give someone over to die was that there was a destiny meant for that to happen, and it's not a bad or negative thing. Just like someone sacrificing their relationship with you for something else, that's not a bad thing. The point of whatever it was it had reached its point. So now it's time for you to start anew, to transform. Okay? And it starts with the mind. That's your gift. So if you know your gift has a link directly to your mind, you have to allow yourself to release, meditate, and be willing to know that whatever you're sacrificing sacrifice is not a bad thing. Sacrifice is not a bad thing. Okay? So what's going to happen is lunar eclipse. What changes are we expecting to see for Leo energy during this eclipse? Okay, we got vacation, meditation. Okay, I do see this is a Jupiter energy as well. Jupiter in Libra. You could be going on a trip with the Libra. You could be getting in a hotel room, chilling, you know, but you're going to be in a totally like cleansed zen space of mind that you have not known before. And it's going to be like you're walking in a field of lilies and sunflowers, and it's just peace. Like, that's the outcome. This lunar eclipse is bringing you peace of mind, but you have to be willing to go through the changes to help you get there, and you are being guided to do it. So it's not like it's something bad or wrong. Yes, Ten of Swords at the bottom, you having a mental makeover. That's what I'm going to title this. You're going through a mental makeover. Your mind is being made over. I want to be made over. 2020. Ooh, I want to be made over. 2020. What? It started in 2020. We started working on this in 2020, and then shit got in the way. Saturn went into Aquarius, backed up, went back into Aquarius. Okay, opposing Leo energy, bringing more balance to the situation. So your ability to see things being expanded, the more that you continue to allow thoughts that are now betraying you to let them go. Okay, thoughts that have been betraying you, ways of thinking that have been betraying you, putting you out your position, you need to let it go. If it's not working for you anymore, even though it worked in the past, it doesn't matter. Let it go. Okay, renewing of your mind, same as Virgo energy. And we have ship. Okay, let's show. Let me look at this one. Number 3. Transition. Ooh, yes. And this is the 10 of Spades, which is air, just like this at the bottom. You are entering a period of transition where you're either physically or spiritually covering great distances. During this time, you can expect sudden revelations, deep shifts, and major changes to your daily reality. Routine, baby. If you find yourself becoming overwhelmed, try the mantra. This is happening for me, not to me. Better is coming. Progress is forward. Let these events unfold and resist the urge to cling to the past, because there is no turning back. Keep moving forward, okay? And that's the message I have for Leo energy. Thank you so much for tuning into this message. I hope it finds you very much well. And until next time.